157. How much is that?
No, 154.
Hello, welcome to the 154th hour of Adventurers Wanted. Woo! Thank you for joining us. So just before we start, I've got a couple of things to run through. So just letting you know, this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we have a relaxed attitude towards any sound or movement from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who may not be able to be still or silent throughout the duration of the performance. If at any point you do want to pop out for a little bit, you can head through the door at the back. There's some water in the back, grab that, pop back in whenever you feel ready. You can give me a shout, I'll be over here. Just holler. We've got some audio lit headsets. So give me a shout if you want to use those. The lights should stay like this throughout. They have been conking out, I do apologise, but I'll run and put them back on as quickly as I can. And there will be some background music, but no loud bangs or anything like that. So I'm going to hand over to Chris now.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted. What are we doing? Adventurers Wanted is a tabletop role-playing game. So all of the players to my left and right are characters in a story, and I portray the rest of the world. Monsters they encounter, allies, every possible thing under the sun apart from them. So, Adventurers Wanted, what are we doing here in this story? There's about 152 hours of backstory, so I'm not going to try and detail all of that for you at this point. But suffice it to say that they are crew members aboard a naval research vessel called the Spirit of the Horizon. And the Spirit of the Horizon was taken from its home plane of existence to this strange new world they find themselves in when they read out a spell on a magical spell tablet that awoke an old god, and they therefore used this spell to escape. They're now trying to find their way home, and in doing so they have come to the aid of the Katafu, a large race of tall troll-like beings, purple-skinned, who have asked them to help get rid of a spiritual presence of their god that has sort of invaded their home temple. They are currently trying to collect various items they need to use together to entrap this being. They have collected a censer of air elementals, a bowl of water elementals, a ball of force, and are now in the main temple trying to collect balls of lightning, which are situated around the edge of this temple. They've just picked one up, and the golden statue of the god in the middle of the room has turned its head towards them. So a very thrilling moment to dive back in. Let's introduce the characters, and then we'll dive into the story, starting with you, Lee.
My name's Lee. I'm playing Zach. I'm a halfling rogue, and I am the ship's acquisitions officer.
My name's Kat. I'm playing Scarlet. I am a tiefling paladin, and I am the ship's chaplain.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Chloe. I'm playing Relora Ellenville. She's the commander of the ship and a half-elf bard.
Splendid. Let's dive back in. So the fourth member of the party, who has now left us, Nomi, had just taken a ball of lightning out of a wall sconce. And as he took the ball of lightning out of the wall sconce, lightning discharged from the gem in the center of this room, in the ceiling, into the statue in the middle of the room. And then those lightning bolts shot out to the orbs. The one Nomi held, he managed to dodge the lightning bolt that would have hit him, took the orb out. But he is now teleported away as the magic of the ship again removes a crew member at random away from the situation they find themselves in, and the ball he was carrying, tung, 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 lands on the floor. Behind you, the statue of the god has moved its head to look at Nomi, who has gone. It raises an eyebrow, then looks at the three of you.
How long did it take to do that? Because my instinct was to pick up that orb.
Oh, so it watches you run after the orb, pick it up. Who are you?
We are the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon. We are not of this world.
Are you gods?
No.
We are the killers of gods.
Boom! Its
And
arms,
technically
boom!
That's what we did
Come
yesterday.
out!
Why would you say that?
Boom! It pulls its legs free.
Intimidating.
You can make an intimidation check for we kill gods. Please do, against the golden statue.
Okay. I mean,
Yep.
I have a good modifier on this. 28.
Oh, look, it can't be intimidated. Because it's a
That's all right.
statue.
Thought
And
I'd
it-
just try coming back with something bold.
Well, you did. And it starts, boom.
Just whilst that's kind of
Boom.
exchange has been going on,
Yes.
can I have kind of gone over to one of the other sconces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I have some kind of dagger on me.
Yes.
I basically use the dagger to basically try and flick another one out.
So you want to flick it out without touching it?
Yes.
Okay, make a attack roll. Use your rapier's modifier.
20 on that.
20. You flick this orb punk, out of it, and punk, again starts rolling out across the floor. The noise, as it's stepping forward, suddenly makes it turn around, look at what you've done, and start pacing towards you, and we enter combat. Zach, you have the first go. What would you like to do?
I feel the Benny Hill theme tune would be appropriate.
Okay.
I'm going to basically be legging it towards the third sconce. I'm ignoring the orb on the ground.
You're ignoring the orb on the ground. Someone else can deal with it.
That.
Right.
I'm basically dashing towards the other one so that I can try and do the same on that one.
By dashing
I
across
can't do
to
this
it,
round, but I'm
are you
assuming I can't
disengaging from the gigantic the golem that will
is it
try and hit you?
within,
Oh, very much so. It's huge. It fills most of the room.
Can I get there if I dash in one round? Or
You can get there if you dash, so your cunning action, and you can disengage as your action to get there, but that's then your entire movement.
Oh, I'll do that. It's fine. Yes. I thought
Okay.
I could do it as cunning action. Yep.
So you see Zach, punk! The golem turns around and looks at him. He goes, "Ugh," runs off. The golem, boom, slams out with a giant hand, which you literally jump on, flip over, and continue to the third. It's not happy about this at all. I say the phrase "it's not happy" quite a lot. Relora, it is your turn.
So he's got his hand on that orb, yes? Or was that just coming down for Zach?
No. Zach flicked an orb out, which is now rolling towards the middle of the room.
Okay.
Its hand is there. You're on the far side of it, holding an orb you've already picked up.
Well,
and
I mean, the moment I picked up, I put it in my bag.
cool. So there's an orb in your bag.
How close am I to the orb that's on the floor?
A good 30 feet. So you could
So
make it
it
there.
would be all my movement.
It would be all your movement. You'd also need to disengage, not to get whacked by this thing.
Can I disengage? I don't know if I have that as an option.
You do. You can take disengage as an action.
Oh, I see. Am I able to disengage, run and get the orb, and use a bonus? Or
You are
is that-
able to run and disengage. Picking something up technically would be a free action. So
Is the free action the same as a bonus action?
it doesn't cost you any action at all. So in
Okay.
your turn, you could move, disengage, and pick up the orb if you wanted to.
Move, disengage, pick up the orb, but no bonus.
No.
That's what I was checking.
Checking.
Okay, move, disengage, and pick up the orb.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please? See how well you disengage from this gigantic golem.
Dexterity saving throw. Am I close enough to get that +4?
Yeah.
Good. 13.
13. It is quite gamely. And like him, you're not backflipping off hands. It's not that cool. But you are sliding out of the way of a backhanded strike as you slide. Boom, grab the orb as you slide, and again pocket it as you go. So two of the orbs are now in your pockets. One is still in a sconce. Elahan, it is her turn. She simply drops to her knees, looks at this gigantic statue of her own god, and prays. Simply prays. Scarlet, is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast thaumaturgy on myself
Uh-huh.
to make my voice 3 times louder,
Uh-huh.
and also roll for persuasion
Uh-huh.
and tell this thing that we are not here to hurt it, we are trying to help the people who worship it.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. 4.
Once again, it's a gigantic golem. Its intelligence is 3. It has no concept of any of this. It is simply a golem that looks like the god. It is not the god itself,
Yeah.
which you work out from trying to talk to it. And it just has no concept of why this is an issue and just goes and continues to move around the room, trying to hit all of you in the head. And it is now its turn. That is exactly what it is going to do. Relora, you're holding 2 of the orbs. and
They're
it's
in my bag.
And it's seen you pick them both up.
Right.
Will a 20 hit you?
Yes, it will. Is that just one attack that it's making? Or is it making multiple attacks?
At the moment it's making 1 attack. It does have another attack it can make.
I'm gonna cutting words that. Gonna try.
Mm-hmm. What's your armor class?
16.
So you want to get 4 off it. Make the roll.
Yeah. 7.
What do you say?
I say, did you not listen to what I just said? Referring to the killers of gods.
It goes, and doesn't hit you, then realises that it doesn't understand what you're saying and doesn't really get it because it's too complicated verbally to understand that. So
For that one.
it just takes the hand down again and tries to hit you again. Will a 24 hit you?
Yep.
Cool. You try and get out of the way, but you simply can't get out of the way as boff. It smacks into you and does 26 points of damage as it just slams you underneath its gigantic hand.
I want to shout out to Elahan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that her name? It's attacked us first.
Yep. She looks up from her prayer, looks at you and says, "But why didn't you say you were gods? You are gods." She can talk out of turn. Zach, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I have no issue with this. I'm going to turn to the golem and
Yep.
go, yes, I am a god. Kneel before me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not deception.
I think it's deception. Yeah, roll a deception check. Why not?
I'll bet you that.
Sure. Sure.
Non-natural 20.
Sure. Once again, it has an intelligence of 3. It doesn't understand what you're saying,
You can ask
and
the question.
it has no reaction to that.
Okay, I'm going to keep... that would be my action to do that.
Yep.
So, if I don't see it really doing anything, I'm going to...
It just hit her really hard.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to move to the other...
You're standing next to it.
that would be my action.
You have fast hands. As a bonus action, you can try and take it out.
Okay,
as well.
I'll do that then.
Mhm.
I'll try another flick
Mhm.
with the knife because I'm not stupid enough to touch this.
Mhm.
15 on the attack.
Yeah, that's enough to reach in and get the third orb out, and it turns to you, and it is looking really irate. These holy symbols it's supposed to protect have now all been removed.
And I just turn and face it with a cheeky smile on my face.
Have you got the orb, or is it rolling?
Screw it, no, I'll pick this one up. I'm just going to toss it up and down.
Cool. Okay. It's one way to skin a cat. Laura, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
It can't understand us because it's low intelligence.
Yep.
And it just smacked me, isn't it? So it must
Yeah.
be within like touching distance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is so big, and this room is so small that you guys are genuinely all within reach of it to do whatever you want to it. Getting around the edges to get all the orbs was kind of tricky, but you've done that now, so yeah, on your turn you can do whatever you want to it.
Okay, I'm just.
And it will do whatever it wants to you.
I want to try and cast something, but I'm just checking that it would make sense to cast it.
Mhm. Do you mind if Elahan goes before you while you do that?
Yes, that's fine.
Elahan looks at all of you and goes, right, okay, sod it. And casts Cool Lightning. And pulls a lightning bolt out of the orb in the ceiling down towards this golem. It takes 16 points of damage as she slams it with a lightning bolt. It appears that this golem is not immune to lightning damage. Hint. Right, lightning bolt pulled out of the sky towards it, and she has attacked it as well. It is now your turn.
I want to touch it. I'm using my movement to basically make sure that I touch it to cast this and then back the hell off.
Yep.
I want to cast tongues.
Okay.
It will be able to understand anything it hears.
It can understand you fine. It has an intelligence of 3.
That's why I was checking, like, that it. When I said, does it not understand us just because it's got a low intelligence?
Exactly.
I was trying to check whether. Oh, sorry. I thought from your response it was just that it didn't understand languages.
No, it has intelligence of 3. It understands what you're saying, it understands words. It doesn't have any concept of gods or not gods. You get the sense that the phrase it said earlier was more of a programmed thing it says.
Oh, okay. So it won't understand.
Yeah.
In that case, I
It
don't
is a
do
big
that.
hunk of metal. You don't need to do that. I won't force you to do that. That's fine.
Yeah. In that case, I mean, I don't have anything lightning based. I just my actual weapons look like they'd be useless against this because this is massive.
They're magical weapons.
Hmm?
They're magical weapons.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, both daggers into the hand that's just come near me. Straight down into it.
Make an attack roll.
That's a 13 and a 9.
Neither of those hit. They both skim off the surface of this thing.
With my bonus action, I want to give Zach inspiration.
Okay.
It's oh god, it's only brief because we're in the middle of a fight. Zach, use all the skills you possess and hide, and maybe we'll get through this and we'll. She's really struggling and she's not having a good day.
Yep.
She's been hitting things with abacuses and spades, and she's kind of losing faith in herself as a commander at this point.
Zach, you gain 1d10 inspiration die in front of you. You can use that whenever you like on an attack roll, saving throw, or the other one. Whenever you need it. Saving throw.
Any d10, 20.
Any d20 roll, basically. Cool. It is Elahan's. No, she already had her turn. Scarlet, it's your turn.
It hasn't done any damage to me yet, has it?
Correct, it has not done damage to you yet.
I'm going to chuck a javelin at it.
You get to throw 2 javelins.
I'm going to chuck 2 javelins at it.
Go for it. You are close enough to hit with your warhammer.
11 and 14.
Tung, tung. Nothing. It's huge and it's made of gold. It's going to take a lot more than a couple of javelins to hit it. It is now the golem's turn. It's not bothered by it. It didn't even notice. Tung, tung, all the daggers. Tung, tung, nothing. It just looks at the thing, playing loosely with its magical artifact, and it opens its mouth and it roars at you. Make a Constitution saving throw. I do.
Not within 10 feet.
Not really, no. It's too far away.
Got the d10 in an emergency.
At 20.
There is a mighty bellowing roar, and it casts effectively a thunder wave in a 15-foot cone towards you. You take 5 points of damage as it washes over you. It doesn't knock you off your feet, though. You sort of knock back a bit. This is where the interesting part comes in. Yes.
No.
You know what does take damage? The wall. Remember how I described the wall earlier? In the last hour, apologies, I'll fill this in. The wall is full of tiny little pinprick holes to create a wind effect throughout this room because the wind is clearly very important to them. The wall behind you starts to crack. You very clearly, this has caused some serious structural damage to this building. But you weren't as affected by it as you should have been. That's its turn. Zach, it is your turn. It just bellowed at you and nearly broke the wall behind you.
Yeah, but it didn't kneel before me, so I'm a bit relieved.
Doesn't understand you.
Well, it does, but it doesn't care.
No, that's again, it's too dumb to understand.
What is the giant orb in the middle held up with, or is it actually embedded?
It's embedded in the ceiling.
Damn, so I can't make that.
You get the sense it's embedded in the ceiling because it affects the room above you as well as the room below.
I'm gonna shout at Alohan.
Yep.
We've got the orbs. What else do we need?
She shouts back, "Nothing. We have everything we need. We need to get to the roof."
Run!
You see that there are trapdoors in the roof, but no obvious ladders. You can make a perception check to look for ladders, and then that's your turn.
I just like climb the wall.
You want to start climbing a wall? I mean, there are handholds because it's constant, lots of tiny little holes.
Yeah. Whereas this seems really pissed at me.
True. Really pissed at you.
Are any of my allies within 25 feet
Of you? Yeah.
Can I hide behind one of my allies? Because I don't think there's any other terrain in this room to actually hide.
True, there really isn't. Yeah, you absolutely are welcome to hide behind. You roll a 21 automatically, so
Yeah,
you
I was just
hide,
wondering
there's
whether
no
I could still
question.
use them as terrain. That's fine.
You can definitely hide behind Scarlet. Scarlet's a gigantic woman wearing plate mail. She's huge.
Excellent.
You go and hide behind your mother's skirts. That's what happens.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
So you do a combat roll behind your friend. It loses track of you when that happens, and you lean out, shoot it with the short bow.
Yes.
Make an attack roll. That hits. Roll your sneak attack damage. He's rolling very well today. It's really infuriating, let me tell you. You make all these lovely monsters, you have all these great ideas, and then someone just kills them all.
Oh, 27 damage. That's the lowest today.
That's the lowest today. 27 damage from a bloody short bow. Right.
Not far off, I think.
You hit it, and the arrow, pong, sticks in and very definitely does some damage to this huge, gigantic golden statue. Sure. That is also correct.
I have no problems.
Melora, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So have I noticed the trapdoors? Well,
Did you say anything about the trapdoors?
If I still had talking time, I did quite a lot of talking time.
You did. You made a perception check to look for them. Because you heard them talking about how we go up.
19.
Yeah, you see them as well. There are trapdoors in the roof. There are no obvious ladders.
no obvious matters.
Very carefully worded.
Yeah. Obvious ladders. I'm using my movement to try and basically dart away from.
You don't have to. Your automatic is so big you engage with it constantly at this point. So you don't need to disengage. You still have an action to do things. It'll still hit you if it wants to.
Brilliant.
You're not its main target right now. Someone just hit it with an arrow and insulted it.
What's else the road
Damn
supposed
it.
to do?
A spiritual weapon can never like hold anything, can it?
No, it
'cause
can't.
It's
It's just an object.
there.
That's a mage hand.
No, I was thinking like it can't hold weight, like I can't spiritual weapon up a ladder. It wouldn't actually.
Honestly, no one has ever tried that, so if that means you can try it.
Well, for me, it's more will it take our weight? Like can
You
we
have to
actually-
try it to see if it does. I have no idea.
No, but I feel like there is an answer already before she casts it, and she has cast it a lot, so she'd know.
You may by all means check the rules of spiritual weapon to decide if that does work. But let me check it. Spiritual.
It classifies as a siege weapon, so you can certainly make one.
I can't. You could make one. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I could make a ladder.
But it just says nothing about. It's floating spectral weapons, and it does force damage. So arguably,
It doesn't say here.
it doesn't say that it can't.
Support weight.
Not saying that it can't means that it is somewhat achievable depending on rolls. So we'll do that.
Okay, she casts a spiritual weapon that's a ladder up to one of the trapdoors.
And you try and climb said ladder.
Yep.
Make a spell attack roll and add your add your spell attack modifier. No, add your spellcasting modifier. So make a d20 roll, add your spellcasting modifier, so +4.
Natural success. Critical success.
You manage to make this ladder corporeal enough using your spell ability that you can climb it. You are climbing up towards the trapdoor.
Okay, I keep climbing.
Okay, you can make it to the roof. That's totally fine. You make it to the trapdoor, but you can't open
I
it.
can't open it yet. Okay.
Relora
I do
climbs a
shout.
spiritual ladder.
I shout down. This might only hold one at a time. Wait for me to open the trap.
Door. Elahan, seeing you do this and understanding what you've done, tries to do the same thing because she also has spiritual weapon.
Go on, Ella.
And rolls a 20 odd. Yeah, she also makes a spiritual ladder and starts climbing up this ladder to a second trapdoor, and you're all climbing your way out of the combat with the golem. Right, sure, that happened. Right, so you're climbing up to the trapdoor. She's also climbing. It doesn't make it all the way to the top. Scarlet, it's your turn.
Cool. Warhammers.
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 That hits. I'm afraid that does not. So you manage to get one hit with your warhammer in, that boom bounces off it. Are you divine smiting it?
Yes.
Are you adding spell points?
Yeah, I'll add just another.
So that's 4d8 damage.
Yeah.
Plus your strength modifier because you're hitting with warhammer.
So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21.
21 points of damage. There is an almighty bong as Scarlet just lamps out with her warhammer and tonk hits it sort of midriff area and do it considerable damage. How much was it?
21.
24. Lovely. So you have once again whacked it pretty hard. There's a very clear indentation where you hit it, where the divine power of Loki allowed you to hit it with quite some significant force and embed this warhammer quite deep. You are starting to get this golem pissy. It is now the golem's turn. Yes! It looks at you, and once again, just bellows out this thunder wave of energy towards you, and you're right next to her, so you are both affected by this. Constitution saving throws, please.
I'm within 10 feet this time.
Yeah, you both get +4 to the roll. 23.
8.
Come on. Yes! This thunder wave of energy blasts out. You, stalwart cleric that you are, boom, hold it and only take 7 points of damage. However, Zach, this thunder wave knocks you off your feet. You take 15 points of damage as you fly back towards the wall, which has also just cracked under this thing coming at it and cracking, and it's already weakened slightly because of it. How hard did you hit the wall?
Well, that's a good question.
Can you just tell me what I rolled there?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's a 20.
Okay.
You hit the wall, and with an earth-shattering crunch, a section of the wall falls away, and you are flung out. Make a dexterity saving throw.
23 without +4, 'cause I don't know whether I'm still within 10 feet.
Arguably. You are not falling through midair. That's positive. You are currently hanging on to this broken bit of wall as you hang out of this temple. The winds are so strong at this height, especially with the storm elemental that you're about to be facing on the roof, that you are basically hanging sideways off the wall, hanging out of this space.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's gone well.
Can't actually.
If the
that
golem could
works.
smile, if the golem could smile viciously, it would. It is also your turn, Zach. What would you like to do?
So I'm outside.
You're hanging on.
I'm hanging on, but there's lots of little holes in this wall.
Correct.
So can I just climb the outside of the wall up to the top?
Yeah? There is absolutely nothing stopping you climbing the outside during a storm.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do it? You want to climb it? Yeah? Do you want to climb it?
How high do I have to go? Well, basically, would it take me more than one round?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. I think that would be a deciding factor. So 21.
These holes continue up, but then above you, the top of this spire, the spire temple, is just gold. It's like not even stone inlaid, just a solid gold set on top of it. There's no obvious entrance to the roof from that point, but there's clearly a hole at the top of the spire.
Ooh, that's a long climb. Long gold in a storm. I don't like these factors.
But gold also has holes in it.
I'm sure it does, but it's also a conductor.
That's true. That's exactly what gold is. You can either re-enter the room with this thing that's trying to kill you, or you can climb up the outside. Your choice. Make it now.
With the storm that's trying to kill you.
With the storm that's trying to kill you as well. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate only one thing trying to kill me at a time.
You climb back inside.
I'm going to use the holes to basically just help me kind of regain purchase and climb back into the room.
Okay. Make taking purchase and using the holes, not being cool and backflippy. So it's
Well.
athletics.
Sure. Nat 20.
With the greatest of ease, you manage to pull yourself back into the room. You're now standing next to this hole. You've used your action and movement to get
Yeah.
inside, so you are now standing next to this hole in the wall, but you have very definitely re-entered the room at this
Can I
point.
possibly use my bonus action to hide?
Behind her?
Yeah.
Totally. I won't make you roll for it because it's 21 automatically. He's not going to see that. Right, Valora, it's your turn. You've made your way to the trapdoor.
I want to try and open it.
Do you?
Yes.
Excellent. Splendid. As you open the trapdoor, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. 10.
10.
Modifier plus 6.
Elahan is holding the sensor. The bowl of water elementals was in was in Nomi's bag, so we'll have to retcon that a little bit. Do you have it?
Yes.
Cool. As you open the door, there is a lightning bolt splashing all around you as you open it, but it doesn't affect you.
Okay. Is there anything nearby? So you're going to say retcon, but Valora genuinely was making sure that she had equipment with her. Because that's what she's been doing for the last...
Yeah, she'll be collecting things as she picks things up. That's true.
So she does have rope on her.
Okay.
Basically, she wants to see whether there's like, if the trapdoor just has one of those holes that you put your hand through, whether she can tie something around that. She wants to see if there's anywhere nearby.
The trapdoor has a loophole in it you could tie a rope to, but as you opened it up, that's now on the outside. And are you looking up onto the roof area?
Yeah, just enough to basically try and see what I could tie this to.
This lightning bolt that splashed all around you came from the biggest storm elemental you've ever seen. Now, in D&D terms, it's gargantuan. What that means is it is an indeterminately large size after large. The sky is basically attacking you at this point. The sky has a tendril of itself inside this open-topped gold top of this building. There is a horrific storm clouds all around you. There is very definitely a face in it, and it is a large face, and it is an angry face. It looks like the face on the statue. And it is looking at you directly. There was anger when it struck out at you with the lightning bolt, but as you have now appeared, the anger in its eyes is starting to fade over a little bit. It's still not happy, but it's not going to attack you directly. You just pop your head up, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of open the trapdoor and went with that.
Okay, so that's all you've seen at this point. So you are now effectively on the roof. You're not resistant to lightning in any way, are you?
Nope.
Right. God, 2 sixes. 18. You take 18 points of lightning damage simply from being in the same space as this creature.
Jesus.
Yup.
So that's,
Do you want to close the trapdoor again?
am I able to like just move the...
Yep, and then drop back down.
And then...
Fine, you've taken damage, so that's totally fine. I will allow that. But yes, even being in the same space as this thing is clearly very frightening.
I'm making my way down.
So you're making your way back down the ladder of force that you made.
The rope.
The right, you're leaving the ladder alone.
Yeah.
Cool, alright.
Moment.
No rolls on that then. Right, it is Elahan's turn. She has managed to reach the top. She gets to the top, and looks at you and goes, "Ah, yes, do be careful." Flicks it open and doesn't go above herself. And then sees what you've done with the rope, realises you should have tied a rope around it before she flicked it open, looks a bit annoyed, starts to climb down the ladder, and the ladder fades underneath her and she falls to the floor, taking 3 points of damage, not too bad. So, yeah, that ladder's gone, and there's no way up to the trapdoor that's now open. It is now the Scarlet's turn. It's your turn.
Cool. Well, the golem has now done me damage, so I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
That's a reaction
It's a reaction.
on when it hits you.
Okay, I will have that work on this.
Mhm.
16.
Doesn't hit. No, it's a 1. Yep, so you strike out again, but this time it blocks you with an arm, bonks, bounces off it, and then starts pushing both of you towards the crack in the wall. Can you both roll me either strength or dexterity, athletics or acrobatics, please? 12.
I rolled a 2, but that would be, I think, a 21.
It would. It doesn't matter. I rolled high enough.
Excellent.
It's got very, very strong. It just pushes against you and starts pushing both of you back towards this crack in the wall. It's got you about halfway there in one go, so it's a very definite plan here, and it knows what its plan is. Zach, it's your turn.
So there's an open trapdoor which I can't get to.
Yep.
And there's a closed trapdoor with a rope
ladder going up to it.
Commander
That's
attached
correct.
To it.
Yes.
And there's still this giant thing.
Which currently has you being pushed, so you have to escape a grapple to stop it pushing you towards this
Okay.
hole in the wall.
Yeah, let's get out of dodge first.
Mhm.
As this is effectively a grapple, and make an acrobatics check. To,
Absolutely.
get out of it. 25.
You manage to slip away, manage to slide out from underneath. You still get a bonus action if you want it, but you've had your action to escape the grapple.
I don't want to be here anymore. Can I still take movement?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to try and move round it
Yep.
so that there's not an open wall behind me.
Okay, so you get out of the grapple and run along the side of the building out of the way, so you're moving more towards her trap
Yeah.
where she's currently hanging off with the rope. Mhm.
There's no one to hide behind, so I'll just...
You wait there?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Relora, what would you like to do?
Laura is currently trying to find any animal that is of her challenge rating or lower
Yes,
that has any form of lightning attack.
there isn't one.
There isn't one. Okay. That's that plan.
If you're looking for something big and strong, on the other hand.
No, she was just thinking in terms of lightning.
Okay.
How far is it to the floor?
From you now, about 10, 15 feet.
Okay, drops down
Okay,
to the ground.
yep. Down the road.
Yeah.
3-point landing. Superhero.
And this entire thing, it's one big thing, isn't it? There's
One
no
big lump of
kind
gold. Yep.
Tiny bits and pieces.
Nope.
She's gonna have to polymorph into something because nothing else she can do is gonna be of any use.
Mhm.
So she polymorphs into. She kind of wants to. Is it possible for her to polymorph into a smaller version of this or a lesser
No.
version of this?
Not at all. Polymorph has to be a beast. Let me get your list.
Yes, please.
Excuse me while I put up a list of all the things
She'll-
Renora
she'll-
could polymorph
she'll-
into.
She'll go for something big and strong.
Mm-hmm. Well, the obvious one is a T-Rex. It's the biggest thing you can do.
Fine.
And what's wrong with dinosaurs?
We've already had dinosaurs in this, so
Oh,
she would know what a dinosaur
excellent.
is. That's fine.
Is there enough space in the room to have a T-Rex and a gold golem? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
There is. Not much else, though.
Yeah, that seems a bit. She doesn't want to push the others out of the way.
It would also be big enough to push the golem.
Could I push the golem out the way?
Okay, she turns into a T-Rex.
Relora polymorphs herself into a T-Rex. Suddenly, this rather sort of commander, lovely figure, half-elven woman that you've known for some time, polymorphs into this humongous Tyrannosaurus Rex. You also have the intelligence and wisdom and charisma of a Tyrannosaurus Rex at this point.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get near her if I were you. The two of you are being pushed towards the outside of this building. The golem is pushing you behind. Oh, you're around, but you just moved into the space of a gigantic T-Rex, but you're being
Yeah.
pushed towards a wall where suddenly this T-Rex has appeared behind this golem. It's pretty big. It's bigger than the golem. It's very definitely big and angry and going to do some serious damage, clearly. Elahan, seeing this happen, is a little bit shocked. I'm not going to deny that. And she decides to head for the central stairway and get away. Doesn't want to be here right now. She tries to disengage from the golem and achieves it and manages to dive for the stairway. Goes diving down the stairwell out of the range of the golem. Great. Scarlet, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to disengage from this grapple.
You have to break the grapple, so it's an athletics check for you. I believe is better.
16.
No! The golem still has you fully locked. That is your action.
Yep.
You could take movement. You could. It's only blocking you in towards the hole in the wall. You could still move out of the hole in the wall.
Huh.
That's the only thing you can move to, though. I'm afraid it's holding you for the rest of it.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
would I be able to move back to the hole in the wall and then drop out of it and be hanging?
You
from the edge?
Absolutely could be.
Cool.
Sure.
Can I do that?
Make a strength check to hold on to the wall.
11.
Okay, you realise what's going on here. Turn around and jump and do that sort of half turn as you go to like grab on, and whoop, you only get one hand on, so it's saving throws from now on, not yet, and you're hanging by one hand from the roof. Below you it just goes down, 7 stories down. It's a long way down right now, but you're hanging from the roof. The golem, seeing you do this, has kind of stepped forward because it had pressure with you, and that's now gone. It's looking out of the hole at you with a kind of expression on its face, like, what just happened and why did it just happen? It's not quite sure what's going on. It turns around, sees the gigantic T-Rex in front of it, and just starts wailing on the T-Rex.
Yeah.
What's the T-Rex's armor class?
Really low. 13.
It's natural armor, makes sense. It tries to hit once and just bounces off this gigantic thing, and its second poof, hits home as it slams in
Okay.
and does. Where are my D8s? There they are. And does 13 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of lightning damage. I know. So, boom, it hits you. The T-Rex does not react.
Yeah.
Right, Zach, it is your turn. You are currently in the room with a T-Rex and a golem starting to duke it out in a room that's way too small for them to be doing this.
I've never seen Godzilla. That's
Not
what I
for
was
long, I
thinking of
suspect.
right now. So there's a golem and a T-Rex.
Yup,
And they are duking it out.
yup.
I am going to attempt somehow to hide in this shenanigans.
There's
of-
nowhere for you to hide.
Not
You'd have to hide
behind
behind
the
the T-Rex. It is technically your ally, but it is also polymorphed and therefore has no idea who or what you are. I would consider that action very carefully before doing it. The best place to hide would be outside.
Down the stairs.
Or down the stairs. Down the stairs is an
Actually,
option.
I could potentially do the hide after what I'm going to do anyway, so that's fine.
Cool.
I'm going to move back to the hole in the wall
Yep.
and try and help her climb out.
Lovely. Okay, so you just literally running to the hole in the wall and taking the help action to try and help her climb. Cool. You're not climbing. You're currently holding a 3-foot halfling is holding up a woman dressed entirely in chainmail.
Yep.
Help is help. It's fine. So you're helping her to get herself sorted at this point, but you're both scrabbling by the hole
And
in
I'm
the
just
wall.
kind of hoping that those two duking it out are going to be busy.
Sure. Absolutely fine. That makes sense. Relora Rex. T. Relora.
I want to grab it and throw it out.
T-Rexes have very small arms.
Okay, well then I want to body slam it and...
If you bite something, you automatically grapple.
Okay, I'll bite it then.
Make an attack roll.
Sorry, I've got that on a different tab. Here we are. Okay, so right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 21.
That, oh god, just hits.
Thank God.
With a clong, the T-Rex just reaches out and crushes the golem in its jaws. How much damage does it do?
4d12 plus 7.
4d12 plus 7. Yeah, that's a
16,
CR8.
16, 28, 33,
Uh-huh.
40.
You crush it 40 points damage, and it is grappled by you at the moment.
Okay, well...
That's the end of your turn,
Okay.
and we're all pleased. Elahan, from the stairwell, is just whimpering, going, "What is going on? Make it stop! I'm so scared." Scarlet, it's your turn. You are currently hanging. You can make your saving throw to climb a bit further up, and maybe out of the way is probably the best way to put this, with advantage because he's helping you.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Luckily, it's with advantage.
Yeah, that's better. Cool. So was it strength?
Yeah, it's athletics.
Athletics. So yeah, 18.
18. With an 18, you can make your way around using the finger holes. They're a bit big. They're a bit small for you. His fingers fit perfectly, but yours. You managed to sort of get your way around, and you're now about 10 feet away from the gap, so you're safe from being hit by anything inside there. But that's happening. The golem is going to try and break the grapple. You need to roll strength athletics and counter to mine.
Okay, I don't know how many to add.
The T-Rex's strength athletics.
Yeah, the
modifier.
T-Rex has 26 strength. But I don't know how many that
5,
adds.
6, 7,
It's
8.
8. Yeah, it's plus 8.
Okay. 18.
No, that's enough. You manage to hold on as it realises it's kind of stuck right now and is not in a good position. So that's its turn. Zach, you are currently stood by a crack in the wall. Your friend has just managed to climb up with your aid. What are you going to do?
So, the chaplain looks relatively safe.
She's a tiefling chaplain currently clamped outside a building about 7 stories up going...
Yeah, that looks safer than inside the room at the moment.
Correct, but still.
As long as no T-Rexes or golems come through that wall, it's fine.
Right, Zach, what would you like to do?
You know what? This thing looks moderately dented and battered and
Considerably at the moment, yeah.
and it's grappled, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn around, draw my rapier, and have a go at it.
You're not hidden.
No, but it's grappled.
You
So
get
I believe I
advantage.
get advantage,
And it's within 5 feet of an ally. She's
no
technically
downside.
technically an ally.
I retain my personality.
In Polymorph, you retain your personality,
Yeah, I retain my alignment and my personality.
but you all
All the stats become
Yeah,
mine.
so
Okay, so it's
So I'm not like gonna be
Hostile.
hostile.
it's Big Dumb T-Rex Relora. That's fine. Cool. Awesome. Is that right? Big Dumb T-Rex Relora?
I think so.
Yeah. What's a T-Rex's intelligence?
Oh, that's up. That back. That's gonna miss.
You've missed it.
Yeah, 11 will not hit.
You do manage to hit it, but it's made of metal.
Well, the intelligence is 2.
And I'm also going to think at this point, I think just hang out the hole.
You can use your movement to climb around the side.
Oh, yeah, join me. I think it's safer just to be.
Make an acrobatics check because you're doing the climbing at this point.
23.
With comparative ease, you and land on her shoulders. You're standing on her shoulders, going, "Hey, we're good, right?"
Yeah, as long as you stop standing on me.
Awesome. I'll do something about that at some point.
You move 1 foot up. Right, Relora.
To what extent, because obviously I saw bits and pieces happening before I polymorphed.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get the geography of where are the holes in the wall.
There is one crack in the wall to your right. Directly ahead of you is an actual hole in the wall, which these two have just gone out of, and you saw them go, so they are safe. Remember, intelligence of 2.
How big is the hole?
The golem might fit if you shoved it.
How
Or you
far
could
up
just-
are we again?
7 stories.
7 stories. I'm gonna, if this gives me any kind of advantage,
Mhm.
what I want to do is while it's grappled,
Mhm.
is basically go towards, and I'm throwing us both out so that I land on it. She has had it with this world. She has had it with people who say that they are gods and they are indebted to these crew members as gods, yet make them do this kind of stuff just so that their ship is fixed. She has had it with 70 crew members dying in one evening. She has had it with the other crew members that have died. She has had it with everything about this world where they are just trying to get back home, and yet everything here seems to want to kill them, destroy them, or maim them. She has had it. And this is how she's expressing that.
Cool. Make an attack roll against the wall.
What's, I need to check my attack bonus. What would I be putting to this?
You would effectively be doing a charge attack if you have one, or your tail swipe, which also works, against the wall.
Tail swipe, tail swipe, tail swipe. Okay,
Oh, yeah. You wait till I describe this.
that's a critical success.
I'm going to enjoy this,
So
guys.
she's really losing it mentally if my little spiel didn't capture that.
T-Rex Relora, because she polymorphed into a T-Rex. With a gold golem gripped in her teeth, charges for the wall in front of her, which already has a hole in it, and just barrels through it. The two of you make dexterity saving throws.
She really doesn't want you to be hurt.
+4, because I think you're standing on her shoulders.
Yeah. It was understaffed.
21.
20. Oh, plus 4. 15, 27.
Yeah, you're both fine. You both manage to hang on as the entire wall next to you just is knocked out by a T-Rex leaping out of the top of the tower. The entire top of the tower is sort of there's a very definite, oh god, have we destroyed their temple? Oh god. But it
There's
seems
a very
okay.
definite, I don't give a damn if I've destroyed their temple.
Sure. There's a very sort of, but it's fine. It's holding itself just as you see this T-Rex fall into nothingness because it's quite stormy with a golem clamped in its jaws. As you fall, make a strength check.
What, +8 this, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. You rolled a 1.
Because before my modifier, I rolled a 2.
You don't have very strong arms because you're a T-Rex.
I was holding onto it with my mouth.
Yeah, you're holding it in your
Yeah.
mouth, but you managed to take it out of your mouth, put it into your feet, and pile drive it into the ground. You've gone down 7 stories.
Yeah, it's fine. Or like, I'm hoping it'll be fine. It should be alright. A lot of rollers.
It takes 67 points of bludgeoning damage as it hits the ground beneath you and is crushed. You take half that damage.
67.
So 33, thank you.
33. Okay.
Yep. It is crushed beneath you as you land in the middle of this sleepy little town, a T-Rex pile driving a golem. And with that mental image, we will leave this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you very much. I'm going to pass over to Kat. Pile driving T-Rex.
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back. We are here until the end of the Fringe every day apart from the 24th and 25th, from 10 till 3 and 5 till 10. You can come back and watch, but if you do want to play, you can also book player tickets to come and join in. You can do that on the Sweet website or downstairs at the box office. We are streaming every hour live on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted and live tweeting at Adventurers every day. So give us a wee follow and just get involved. So then you want to do anything?
No, we ran a bit
I'm
long.
alright.
That's-
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
See you soon.
Guys. Hey.
She's really angry.
Physically